So for this video, I'm going to be talking about your website. All right. So when you have a martial arts school, really when you have any business, you want to be able to have a really good website. All right, because that's even when you're sick. Let's say you're sick, you don't feel like coming into work that day. Your website never calls in sick. Right? It's still going to be there. People can always look at it, and it's a great reference for someone to look at when you don't have the time to talk to them or you don't have the time to deal with the lead. You can be like, hey man, go check out my website, finishersmma.com. You can go on there and get all the information. Now, I will say this, it isn't a thing where you just put the website up and then it's up and it does nothing. You have to constantly be working on it. Just like your jiu-jitsu game, just like working out, you got to stick with it. You have to go on there and constantly have it updated, right? There's things that change at your dojo. There's schedule that changes. There's instructors that change. You know, there's a lot of things going on that you need to constantly update. Another good thing to do is constantly just tweak it, maybe change the colors, change some things up just to keep it fresh. All right, now I have a really good website guy that I use that I'll talk about in another video that I can hook you up with as well, and he'll make a really killer website for you that looks professional. And that's going to be the name of the game for most of all the things you do in this business is you got to look professional. All right, if you don't want to have a good website and you don't want to look professional, then you're going to have to charge low prices, right? If you want to be a beast in your industry and you want to be able to charge $199, $250 for a program for a month that includes whatever you want it to include, the number one thing, the first thing that most people see is your website. First impression is huge, and when a potential client gets the first look at your website, if there's like, this is clunky, I don't know how to use it, I can't find the schedule, I don't know the location of the place, it's not going to look good, right? You want to make your first impression awesome, where someone pulls up your website and they're like, holy crap, this is really sick. Like, I love the looks of this website. It looks professional. It has all the information in that I need. And I want to take my kid there. Like, if you're going to take your kid somewhere, or you're going to sign up something that you're going to pay thousands of dollars a year to train, you want to have a professional looking website. A lot of people, when I talk to them about their business or about their MMA, jiu-jitsu business, I go to them, I say, okay, well, how do you get a hold of people? And they're like, well, they call me. I'm like, they call you, that's it? And they're like, yeah, they just call my phone number or whatever. I'm like, that's cool, that's cool. I'm like, well, how do you get their information? And they're just kind of looking at me blank. And I'm like, well, your website should be your number one collector of information. So when someone keys in your website, if you don't have one, or if you're going to have one potentially eventually, one of the first things you need on that website before anything is a box that comes up. Sure, you can have like, here, get more info, contact us for a free class, right? But you should have a box that pops up that says all the information that you want from that person, their name, their phone number, their email address. And a lot of times people won't fill this out, but just have it there just in case. You're going to end up asking them anyways once you start talking to them, is you need to ask that, or it needs to ask them, the box can ask them why they want to train. Those are some of the main things: name, phone number, why they want to train, and their email address you're going to get because they emailed you, right? So I think that's the number one thing for your website. And then if you have a company doing it for you, like 97 Display was one that we used for years, or if you want to use a freelance guy like my guy Ashan, who does most of my website stuff, all my graphics and all my flyers, they need to collect all of those emails and all of those phone numbers and put them in a nice spreadsheet, or put them in another like folder where you can go on and blast those people with emails. So maybe someone asked for information, it's been 2 months, they haven't hit you back, or they came on some hard times, or they got in a car accident or whatever and they couldn't train, and now they want to train. Well, they might have forgot about you, but you didn't forget about them because you have their information and you have it on your website, right? And now all of a sudden, after years, like we've been, this dojo's been open for almost 10 years now, getting close to 10 years. And we have thousands and thousands of people's emails, people who have trained before, people who have never trained, people who want to train. And, like I said, maybe things change in their life and you can go back there and hit those emails. So I think the website is huge for collecting people's information. You add them to your email list, and you can email them anytime. And also, if they give their phone number, a lot of people now, if you've been involved in any type of business, if you tried to buy anything, right? I get from companies like Magic Spoon, Titan Fitness, I'm trying to think of some other ones that I get, but I get a bunch of them where BJJ Fanatics, they text me once, twice a week, sometimes even more. And I'll get a text say, "Oh, I got a text. I'm important. Oh, it's just BJ Fanatics trying to sell me some DVDs." Right? And it might not work on the first time or the second time or the fifth, sixth, seventh, but eventually you keep beating down that person's door and they're either going to opt out and you don't have to worry about it anymore, or they're going to, on the 10th try, the 10th time you contacted, they're going to be like, you know what? That's it. I'm signing up for the dojo. And it's all because you collected their information on your website. So I think that is one of the best things you can do for making yourself look good. You can have all your information up there. You can also have it shoot to all the different things like your Instagram. You can have it sent to your YouTube. You can have videos up there explaining already what you do at the dojo. And it could really give that person kind of a guide before they even meet you, before they talk to you, and before they even see your place.